Okay, so what is this unique field update? Correct. So this one is nothing but trigger update unique field on account before insert and set account trigger. We are doing it up. Correct. Hello.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So this is actually a make sure it should be a what you call bulkified. That's a very important thing. Correct. So if it is not bulkified, what it will happen? So in that case, so basically, so whenever doing any update in the data loader or some other tools, correct? So
Yes,
basically, it will take only first record and it will ignore the other records,
yes.
correct? So make sure everything will be bulkified. Okay, or else so while loading the data load or something, so make sure you have to put batch size as one.
Okay.
Correct. So maximum batch size is a 200, right? Correct.
Yes,
So if
yes.
you are selecting a batch size as 200, basically it will ignore all the record and it will take only one record.
Okay.
Correct. So because we are just plainly putting this one account, dot site is equal to account. Okay.
Yes.
So make sure every trigger it should have a for loop. So
Yeah.
it should be a bulky file. Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah. So what it will happen is, okay, so now we'll go. This is clear, right? Before insert,
Yes.
before update,
Yeah.
or before delete, correct? So
Yeah.
whenever it is a before call, okay, whenever it is a before call, so only the trigger dot new value will be available. It's a very important, okay?
Okay.
Whenever there is a two things, right? Trigger dot new and trigger dot old,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Inserting means there is no record exists, right? Freshly we are inserting. In that case, trigger dot old will not be available.
Yes. Correct.
Correct. So in case of before dot update, let's say record is already present, we are updating something, correct?
Yes.
In that case, so old as well as new will be available, correct? Clear, right?
Yeah.
So in case of before delete, in case of before delete, we are just deleting the existing record. We are not doing any update or not creating it up. In that case, so basically the new will not be available. Only trigger dot old will be available. Okay, same like before undelete also. Okay, so trigger dot old only it will be available. Okay, so let's say after insert, after insert what and all thing will be available. So after insert means we just inserted it up. Okay, so in that case it is just inserted into the database. In that case also same. So trigger dot old will not be available.
Okay.
Okay, after update means we are updating the existing record, correct? In that case, new value as well as old value will be available.
Okay.
Okay, after delete means same thing. So only the trigger dot old value will be available. Okay, what and all things old, like there will be these are the context variable, right? Trigger dot new
Yes.
or trigger dot old,
Yeah.
or trigger dot new map or trigger dot old map. Okay, so this is a like list. It will hold the list of records. In case of map, right? So it will just hold the map of records.
Yeah.
Okay, it will contain the ID comma records.
Okay.
Okay, so map means it contains the ID comma old record.
Okay.
We will map up a old version of S of the map is stored in the form of map of ID comma old record. Okay.
So old record means it will hold the ID of that record, right?
No, no, entire object, entire object.
Entire object. Okay.
Okay, ID comma entire object. In this case, we are storing a list of old records.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, now we'll move into the creating a after trigger. Okay. Okay, so create contact. Okay. Yep. Create contact AF trigger. Okay, so let's say after insert. Okay, or it may be a
After.
after update. Okay, so we know, right? So why before trigger is before, whatever it is comes in a before, right? So before is using for two things, right? One is for a make sure for checking the validation, correct?
And for
And second thing is nothing but if you want to set any values before saving the record, correct?
correct.
Those two things we are basic set two things on the same object.
Yes,
So
yes.
before basically we are dealing with the same object, correct?
Yeah.
So after thing basically we can deal with the same object or maybe a different object.
Different. Okay.
Okay? Same object or it may be a different object. Okay. So what it will happen? So let's say now for so I will share you one pattern. Okay, for trigger there will be one pattern is there. Okay. So that pattern is called basically Hari Krishnan pattern.
Okay.
Okay. So pattern is basically Hari Krishnan pattern.
Okay.
So that is basically just try to understand those whenever you got the time.
Okay.
Okay. So this is nothing but account, right? So account add trigger dot name. Pattern is it is a design pattern. How we can write a trigger, in an effective manner.
Okay.
Okay. So that is something some many classes is there. Okay, so before reaching the helper itself, there will be one 5 to 10 classes will be there.
Okay.
Okay, it will crosses all those classes. Like it is a kind of generic, like all after insert you are writing in one class, before insert you are writing in one class, so on so on.
Okay.
Okay, try to understand. If you didn't understand, so basically I did.
Okay.
Okay. So what I am going to do for each account? So after creating that, I will create one contact. Right, so create a contact object. So con dot name is equal to add dot name. Okay. Add dot name comma trigger. Okay, clear? Okay, so I will create one list. Correct. So we have to insert it, right? So before trigger and all, no need of inserting it up. So after trigger, basically we have to use the insert statement.
Okay.
Correct, because we are dealing with the other object. Correct.
Yes.
We are dealing with the other object. So to avoid the governor rules, okay, to avoid the governor rule hitting, so basically what we are doing, so we are putting in the list and we are inserting list at one shot. Correct.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Clear.
It's the end of for loop. Okay, now let's say insert con list. Okay, is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, here we can use if trigger dot is insert, correct, and trigger dot is after.
Okay.
Okay, it is better always all logic should be in helper class. Okay, so for time being I will put it here only.
Okay.
Okay, all logic should be in helper class. Okay, so field is not writable. Contact dot name. Okay, so why it is not writable?
I don't know. Actually, I also tried it using list for creating a lead dot name. I got the same error. That field is not writable. That custom that standard field of name.
Okay, so because this is basically copying from the lead, right? I think that could be the reason.
Then I did something, but I don't remember as of now. What I did, and I was able to create the lead after that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't do any checking of field accessibility and everything was there. I did something and it worked.
Okay, so it should be name is a combination of first name and last name. Okay,
Yes, correct, correct.
name
So
is
what
a
I did is instead of first name, I just take last name and then it allowed me.
yeah, correct.
Yes,
Okay, so let's say
that's what I thought. I did something to create it. If something is not working, now it gets like reaching why it is not working. It should work, man.
yeah. Okay, so okay, so now trigger is ready. Okay, whenever you want to execute a trigger, make sure it should be active. Okay, so
Yeah.
trigger, make sure it should be active. So if it is a not active,
Mhm.
basically these setup codes it won't fire.
Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
so like we'll discuss this one later, but still, so sometimes if you go interview they will ask, so how to like inactive the trigger in production.
Yes.
Okay, this is a question basically people will ask.
Yeah.
So some people they will say like, okay, navigate to trigger, click on edit and make inactive.
Mhm.
Okay, that is not the case.
Mhm.
So sandbox and all we can do a inactive like this, but if you want to go production, right, so we have to deploy the code.
Mhm.
Okay, so we have to inactive it in the sandbox, create a change set, push the code.
So okay.
Okay, clear?
So to make inactive, so you have to do the deployment.
Yes, yes, yes. We have to
Oh,
do the
wait.
deployment.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, so that should be
Okay.
that should be the answer. Okay,
Okay.
so clear, right? So
Yeah.
now this functionality is simple. So whenever you create a account, after insert of that particular account, so basically we have to create one contact with this particular name, correct? Correct. So
Yes.
let me go to account and create a new account. Correct. So test. Hold on. So on dot account ID equal to stat dot okay. So let me save the record. See here.
Yes.
Trigger 123 from trigger last name.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is how we can deal with the some other objects.
Okay.
Okay, so this is completely depends on conditions. Okay, so if you want to check some other conditions or populating, okay, so make sure we have to handle it here after insert or it may be after update.
Okay.
Let's say once somebody is updated it up, so delete some record from, let's say, X object. Okay, so populate some data in the Y object. These kind of things it will be taken care in the this particular section.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so sometimes there will be a scenario. Okay, so sometimes there will be a scenario, okay, where people could not able to change the some of the fields.
Okay.
Okay, let's say account number. Okay, once somebody is enter a account number, so make sure it should not be changed.
So it should be read only basically.
Basically read only, or read only means we can basically put it in the page layout as a read only, right?
Yes. Yes.
Or we can for some profile we can change the permission like read only.
Yes.
So in that case it will be read.
Mhm.
Okay, so in other conditions, so forcefully we have to put the validation.
Okay.
Correct. Even though we can put it in validation rule also, correct?
Mhm.
Even though we can put a validation rule, sometimes some of the complex scenario we can't put it in the validation rule, correct?
Okay. Yeah.
In that case, so basically we have to go it in a trigger.
Okay.
Okay, how we can come to know that? So the value has been changed to some other value, correct?
Mhm.
So let's say customer will enter account number as 123.
Mhm.
Okay, So we are having some validation, right? Once it is like account is created, make sure you should not able to
Change it.
change the account number no more, correct?
Okay. Okay.
In that case, so basically whenever he are doing a edit, right, whenever he is doing a
Edit.
edit, so make sure we have to check the old value with the new value,
Yeah.
correct? If the
Correct.
old value is not equal to the trigger dot new value, then basically we have to throw a error.
Okay.
Okay, how to throw a error? For throwing a error, so there will be a something called add error.
Yeah.
Okay, so there will be some method called add error.
Okay.
Okay, in that add error, so basically we can able to put some message for it.
Okay.
Okay, so that it is going to throw error in the UI.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say I will copy this code. Simple. If
Yeah.
it is other, just check. Account
So
number is
basically, you
not.
are doing the for loop, and inside that for loop, you are checking the trigger dot new value. Account number is not equal to old or not. If it's not, then you are throwing an error.
Correct. Okay, so we can't save. I don't.
Now, if you try to change account number, it will throw an error. But if there is no account number, na, then also it will throw error
Yes, yes.
because it is blank before.
So do not change the account number. So for that we can check.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Just say like not equal to null. Sorry, trigger dot to old. If it's a old is null, then basically all of saying. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see whether it's saving or not. So it is saved. Okay, so now what it will happen if I am trying to change it as something like this.
Now it will throw an error.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so these kind of validation. So if you want to add these kind of validation, then basically this this add error message it will help.
Okay.
Okay, add error message. What it will happen if you want to show a error message in the particular field, then we have to mention the field name like this. Okay, trigger dot new dot I dot field name. If you remove this one, okay,
So it will
basically
throw
it
an
will show
error
it
on
in the
top of
top.
the
Top.
Yeah, yeah. Top of the page it will throw.
Correct. Top of the page.
Mm-hmm.
Clear?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So that is the one thing. Same thing for map. Okay. So map instead of new set, this is a list, right?
Yeah.
Map it will come as a key comma value, right?
Yeah.
So basically, get the key set and iterate the map.
Okay.
Okay. There will be some scenario we have to deal with the ID.
Mhm.
Right? In that case, so basically we can go for a map.
Okay.
Trigger dot new dot
Map.
map or new map or old map.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think this all about map.
Okay.
Sorry, trigger.
Trigger.
Okay, so if you see this one, simple example.
Mm-hmm.
So creating a contact. What we are creating it up. Map. Okay, so if you see here, so I want to query some. I want to delete the existing contact.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody updating the account, so delete the existing contact and create a new contact. In that case, so instead of so I want a account ID, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can directly take it at trigger dot new map dot key set. In that case, all account ID will be readily available here. Correct?
Okay.
If you want to account ID, then basically we have to iterate the trigger dot new, put it in one set, and use that set here.
Okay.
That kind of things you have to use. If we are using map dot key set, directly we can use it up. This kind of scenario, basically you have to go for a map instead of going for a list. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
List and map both combination. Everywhere it will be data will be available.
Okay.
Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Clear, right? Any
Yeah.
question?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So this is about the trigger. Any questions regarding trigger?
No. So you just forward me that design pattern which you told,
Correct.
and then I will go through. If I am not able to understand, then I will ask you.
Yeah. So design pattern is basically we will call it as a Hari Krishnan pattern.
Okay.
Okay, Hari Krishnan trigger pattern. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the one guy who developed the pattern.
Okay.
Okay, so who developed the trigger pattern, especially for Salesforce, not for other technologies.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so if you open this one,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so hold on. Okay, so if you open this one, okay,
Okay.
so trigger dispatcher. These are what and all classes it is showing in the blue, light blue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like this one, this one. These are nothing
All
but
are
standard classes.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so which one showing it in this particular color? Okay, these are all nothing but a user specific class.
Okay.
Okay, what I am doing in before insert I am writing some logic, right?
Yes.
Correct. That logic basically I am writing it in this one.
Okay.
Can you able to see this one?
Mm-hmm. Green one.
Green one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
like that. Before update logic, I am calling it in the this one, this particular thing, so on, so on. There will be one or more helper class will be there. All these things will be calling from this particular handler.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so just understand the things once. Okay, if you really didn't understood,
Mm-hmm.
basically I can explain.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Clear, right?
Yeah,
This is actually very important. So if you are saying going somewhere,
Mhm.
and maybe definitely in interview people will ask what and all design pattern you are using.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Hare Krishna pattern. This is like it is tough to understand actually.
Mm-hmm.
Once you understood, right, it is a very easy. That's nothing actually. It's a very
Okay.
easy. Okay, this is one of the design pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and yeah, I will share you the links for that. Okay, so another design pattern is nothing but how to handle the debug logs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that one which we'll discuss later.
Okay.
So if you want to put a debug log, basically what we are doing system.debug, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Basically what it will happen, system.debug, it will show the all the debug logs.
Yes.
Like one by one it will show, correct?
Yeah.
If you want a hierarchical debug logs, let's say you call create account,
Mhm.
create contact, delete contact, update contact.
Mhm.
We call these four methods actually,
Mhm.
correct? You want to know the some kind of stack trace where and all this execution flow happened, correct?
Mhm.
If you are seeing your log by putting system.debug, basically you won't understand very easily, correct?
Okay.
So for that, so there will be somebody, this I think the same guy, so who developed the some debug log pattern.
Okay.
Okay, so in that log pattern, so basically it will show the some kind of stack trace,
Okay.
so that we can easily see where and all execution is flowing. That one will explain. I will explain some other class.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay, so that is basically called as a a diagnostic instrumentation.
Mhm.
Okay, that is also very good design pattern.
Okay.
Okay, so this clear, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so what we'll do, I will deactivate all trigger. Okay, try to practice it once.
Mhm.
Okay, if you have any questions, so just get back to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Okay, that is done. So now basically we'll discuss about something called pagination. Okay, what is nothing but a
So,
pagination?
Suresh, let's stop for the today pagination because I have a meeting at 9:15.
Okay.
So we will discuss